Greetings, dear seekers of tranquility. Have you ever considered that your very bedroom, intended as a haven of peace, might actually be a source of hidden turmoil? Yes, you heard right. Many of us, unknowingly, transform our most personal space into a repository of items that sabotage our serenity, impacting not just our sleep, but the very fabric of our well-being. While some objects may appear innocuous, their mere presence in your sanctuary can subtly brew stress, create blockages in your life energy, and even, believe it or not, hinder your financial prosperity. Understanding the subtle influence of these items and making small, mindful adjustments can lead to truly remarkable transformations in your everyday existence. Now listen closely, because the secrets to a truly peaceful bedroom, and thus a more peaceful life, are about to be revealed. 1. The comforting warmth of a furry companion snuggled beside you in bed. Indeed, sharing your bed with your beloved pet is a widespread habit, often bringing feelings of affection and warmth. However, from the perspective of achieving truly restorative sleep, our animal friends can be rather restless bedfellows. Their natural nocturnal movements, constant shifts in position, and occasional little noises can significantly disrupt your sleep cycles, preventing you from reaching those crucial deep phases of rest that truly rejuvenate you. But that's not all. Animals also carry allergens, dirt, and bacteria, which can negatively impact your respiratory health and even trigger skin irritations. From an energetic standpoint, inviting your pet into your bed can create an imbalance, potentially draining your personal vitality. In the ancient wisdom of Buddhist teachings, we understand that our environment and the energies it holds profoundly influence our overall well-being. The enlightened Buddha himself emphasized mindfulness not only in our thoughts and actions but also in the spaces we inhabit. Just as a cluttered and chaotic mind leads to suffering, a space that is energetically unbalanced can create disturbances in our lives. The presence of pets in your sleep sanctuary can introduce an element of restlessness, making it more challenging for both your mind and body to fully settle into a state of profound rest. The revered Dalai Lama wisely stated, "A disciplined mind leads to happiness, and an undisciplined mind leads to suffering." This profound truth extends even to our sleeping habits. By cultivating discipline in our sleep environment, we nurture a deep sense of inner peace. 2. Those old, flattened pillows might seem like insignificant companions, but they actually play a pivotal role in your comfort and the healthy alignment of your spine. Over time, pillows inevitably lose their supportive qualities, leading to poor sleeping posture, nagging neck pain, and of course, restless nights. Furthermore, these aging pillows become havens for bacteria, dust mites, and allergens, which can contribute to persistent sinus congestion and unwelcome skin irritations. The Buddha frequently spoke about the profound importance of self-care as a vital means of maintaining mental clarity and inner peace. In the same way that an impure mind breeds suffering, an unclean or unsupportive sleep environment can disrupt our inner equilibrium. There's an ancient Buddhist story, passed down through generations, about a diligent monk who journeyed for many years with only a single, worn-out sleeping mat. His wise master eventually gently reminded him that while simplicity is indeed virtuous, neglecting one's physical well-being can actually hinder spiritual progress. The same insightful lesson applies directly to our pillows. Neglecting them can lead to chronic discomfort that permeates and negatively impacts our daily lives. Investing in a high-quality pillow, carefully chosen to suit your individual sleeping posture, is not merely a self-indulgent luxury. It is, in fact, an act of profound self-compassion. When we mindfully care for our physical bodies, we simultaneously nurture our minds, ensuring that we awaken each morning feeling truly refreshed and energized, ready to embrace the day with mindfulness and purpose. 3. Introducing a work desk into your bedroom environment subtly injects an element of stress and mental clutter into your sanctuary. While it might seem convenient to have a workspace within your private haven, it undeniably disrupts the relaxing energy that is absolutely essential for deep, restorative sleep. The very presence of unfinished tasks, looming papers, and buzzing electronic devices keeps your mind actively engaged, making it remarkably difficult to fully unwind and transition into restful sleep. Buddhism profoundly teaches the importance of consciously separating the realms of work and rest to maintain inner harmony and balance. The enlightened Buddha once shared a powerful parable about a man wearily carrying a heavy sack of rice upon his back as he walked through a serene and beautiful forest. Even amidst the tranquility of the path, he was unable to appreciate its beauty because he was so burdened by his heavy load. Similarly, when we permit our work to intrude into our restful spaces, we carry the weight of stress into our personal sanctuaries, rendering true relaxation virtually impossible. Creating a clear and defined boundary between work and rest is absolutely crucial for both our mental and emotional well-being. Now, I'm going to tell you the most important thing. If completely removing the desk is not feasible, consider employing a room divider, an elegant folding screen, or even a simple cloth to mindfully cover your workspace as evening approaches. This simple practice acts as both a symbolic and physical separation between the realm of productivity and the realm of relaxation, allowing your mind to more fully transition into a restful mode. Small, mindful adjustments like these can cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace, enabling you to wake up feeling genuinely rejuvenated rather than mentally depleted by the lingering energy of unfinished work. 4. Clutter and unnecessary items in your bedroom create a pervasive sense of chaos and stagnation. A messy and disorganized bedroom can make it profoundly difficult to relax, contributing to feelings of underlying anxiety and, yes, even financial blockages. Clutter literally traps stagnant energy, preventing fresh opportunities from freely flowing into your life. A well-known Buddhist principle teaches us that the outer world we perceive is a direct reflection of our inner world. Just as a cluttered and chaotic space leads to a cluttered and chaotic mind, an organized and harmonious environment fosters clarity and inner peace. The revered Zen master Shunryu Suzuki wisely said, "When you clean your room, you clean your mind." The seemingly simple act of decluttering can actually be a profound form of meditation, a mindful practice of letting go, both physically and mentally. Consider this powerful image. Imagine a river flowing freely, carrying fresh water and vital nutrients. Now picture that same river abruptly blocked by fallen branches, rocks, and accumulated debris. The water stagnates and life within it begins to suffer. Our personal energy functions in a remarkably similar way. When clutter accumulates, it disrupts the natural flow of positive energy, causing stress, indecision, and even financial hardship. Feng Shui, an ancient practice dedicated to harmonizing our surroundings with positive energy flow, also strongly supports this profound idea. A clutter-free bedroom naturally invites fresh opportunities, enhanced creativity, and greater emotional balance. Decluttering doesn't have to be an overwhelming task. Start small, perhaps with just one drawer, one corner, or one shelf at a time. Ask yourself mindfully, does this item truly serve a purpose in my life? Does it genuinely bring me joy? If not, with gentle detachment, let it go. Donating, responsibly recycling, or gifting unused items can cultivate a beautiful sense of generosity, reinforcing the foundational Buddhist practice of detachment and impermanence. A clean, minimalist bedroom fosters deep peace, enhanced creativity, and a flow of positive energy. With fewer distractions vying for your attention, your mind can truly relax, allowing for deeper, more restorative sleep and greater inspiration to blossom. As you clear physical space, you simultaneously create mental space, making room for new opportunities, improved health, and greater overall well-being. 5. A laundry basket residing in the bedroom, especially one overflowing with clothes, subtly and persistently reminds you of unfinished tasks. This lingering to-do list, even unconsciously, creates unnecessary stress and disrupts the calming atmosphere that is so essential for quality sleep. Additionally, dirty laundry can harbor bacteria and contribute to poor air quality within your sleep sanctuary. In Buddhist teachings, there is a strong and consistent emphasis on cleanliness and order as a direct path to inner peace and clarity. The wise Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh beautifully stated, "The way you do anything is the way you do everything." If we allow our daily responsibilities to pile up, whether it be physical laundry or mental clutter, we inadvertently invite a sense of unfinished business into our lives. The very sight of a laundry basket brimming with clothes can be a subconscious reminder of all the tasks left undone, keeping the mind restless even as the body attempts to relax. Lao Tzu, the revered founder of Taoism, once taught that nature itself does not hurry, yet everything is ultimately accomplished. By establishing small, mindful habits, such as regularly doing laundry and consciously keeping our sleeping space clear and ordered, we align ourselves with the natural, harmonious flow of life. If at all possible, relocate your laundry basket to a different room, or at the very least, keep it closed to maintain a fresh and tranquil bedroom environment. This seemingly small change can have a profound and positive impact, bringing a tangible sense of completion, clarity, and inner peace into both your living space and your mind. 6. Expired beauty products often go unnoticed, yet they can accumulate and subtly introduce negative energy into your personal space. Beyond their potential to cause skin irritation and even infections, old cosmetics and skincare products symbolically represent stagnation. Holding on to expired items reflects an unconscious unwillingness to let go of the past, effectively blocking the flow of new opportunities into your life. The Buddha profoundly taught that attachment to impermanent things is a fundamental source of suffering. Just as we may cling to past regrets or material possessions that no longer truly serve us, holding on to expired beauty products is a subtle yet powerful manifestation of an inability to release what is no longer beneficial. This stagnation, whether it manifests in our physical space or within our minds, actively prevents growth and renewal. In Zen Buddhism, the valuable concept of Shoshin, often translated as beginner's mind, emphasizes approaching life with openness, genuine curiosity, and a willingness to wholeheartedly embrace change. Regularly clearing out expired beauty products is a small yet deeply meaningful practice of this profound philosophy, mindfully letting go of what no longer serves us to create space for new, nourishing experiences to enter our lives. It is not merely about skincare, it is about cultivating a conscious mindset of renewal and self-care. By making it a consistent habit to review and discard outdated products, you actively create space for better things to enter your life, whether it be healthier skincare choices, fresh perspectives, or an overall enhanced sense of well-being. The simple act of decluttering your beauty products can become a symbolic ritual of release, intentionally inviting transformation and positive energy into your daily routine. 7. Old and broken electronics, whether it's an outdated phone gathering dust, a remote control from a long-gone device, or a tangle of forgotten cords, contribute to a subtle sense of disorganization and stagnation. These often overlooked objects take up valuable space, accumulate dust, and disrupt the natural energetic flow of your bedroom. Furthermore, even non-functional electronics may emit low-level electromagnetic frequencies that can interfere with your sleep quality. The Buddha once profoundly spoke about the importance of simplicity in leading a peaceful and fulfilling life. In our modern world, outdated and broken electronics represent a form of material clutter that can subtly weigh us down. Just as we mindfully let go of unwholesome thoughts during meditation, consciously removing non-functional items from our physical space creates room for mental clarity and the emergence of new possibilities. A famous Zen saying wisely reminds us, let go or be dragged. Holding on to obsolete technology is often a reflection of our unconscious attachment to the past. Whether it's an old phone that evokes memories of better days or a broken remote that we keep, just in case, these items, much like unresolved emotions, create stagnation in our lives. By consciously recycling or properly disposing of them, we are actively practicing non-attachment, making way for fresh energy and innovation to flow into our lives. One practical step you can take right now is to set aside dedicated time to assess all electronic items in your home. Ask yourself honestly, do I actually use this item? Does it truly serve a meaningful purpose in my life right now? If not, with mindful intention, let it go. Many cities offer e-waste recycling programs that allow for the responsible disposal of electronics. By taking this conscious action, not only do you clear space in your physical environment, but you also cultivate mindfulness in your relationship with material possessions. A clutter-free space encourages clarity, efficiency, and inner peace. Just as a mindful monk keeps only what is truly necessary, adopting a mindset of simplicity with our belongings allows us to experience greater freedom and tranquility in our everyday lives. 8. A television in the bedroom might seem like a harmless source of relaxation and entertainment, but it actually significantly impacts your natural sleep patterns. The blue light emitted from screens actively disrupts melatonin production, making it more difficult to fall asleep and substantially reducing the overall quality of your sleep. Additionally, engaging in dramatic or stimulating content right before bed keeps your brain actively engaged rather than allowing it to naturally wind down and prepare for rest. The Buddha frequently spoke about the profound power of stillness and mindfulness. Watching television late at night can become a distraction that keeps the mind restless and agitated. The mind, much like water, should be still and undisturbed to reflect true clarity. Just as muddy water must settle before it becomes clear and transparent, our thoughts need quiet time to reach a state of inner peace. The constant stimulation from television actively prevents this settling process, leading to mental exhaustion and fragmented sleep. A simple yet powerful practice is to mindfully remove the television from your bedroom entirely or, at the very least, cover it at night to create a clear separation between entertainment and rest. This small conscious change can lead to deeper and more restorative sleep, allowing you to wake up each morning feeling genuinely refreshed and fully present for the new day. Your bedroom should be a sacred space dedicated to rejuvenation, free from distractions that pull us away from mindfulness and true rest. 9. Open water containers left uncovered overnight may seem utterly insignificant, but they actually collect dust, bacteria, and stagnant energy. In traditional energy practices, stagnant water symbolically represents blocked financial flow and a lack of mental clarity. In Buddhist teachings, water is often used as a powerful metaphor for the mind, fluid, adaptable, and capable of great depth. However, when water sits still for too long, it inevitably becomes murky and lifeless. The same principle applies directly to our personal energy. If we allow stagnation to accumulate in our surroundings, it reflects a similar stagnation within ourselves. The Buddha once compared a restless and agitated mind to a glass of muddy water. He profoundly taught that if we simply allow the water to sit undisturbed, the mud will naturally settle and clarity will inevitably emerge. Keeping open water containers in our bedrooms subtly introduces stagnant energy, much like allowing unresolved thoughts to clutter our minds. Opting for a closed water bottle instead of an open glass can maintain cleanliness while supporting a more balanced and harmonious environment. This small yet meaningful change reinforces mindfulness and allows for a clearer, more peaceful state of being. 10. Mirrors directly facing the bed are often discouraged in energy balancing practices due to their inherent ability to amplify energy within a space. While mirrors can certainly enhance natural light during the daytime, at night they may inadvertently create restlessness, disturbing your precious sleep. The reflection of your bed in a mirror can symbolically double the energy in the room, making it more difficult to fully relax and settle into restful sleep. In Buddhist thought, mirrors are frequently viewed as symbolic portals to self-reflection and introspection. While this is undoubtedly beneficial during meditation and self-awareness practices, having a mirror directly reflecting your bed can inadvertently create restlessness. The Buddha once profoundly taught that what we consistently focus on, we ultimately become. If we are constantly surrounded by reflections, we may struggle to detach from our incessant thoughts and find true inner stillness. If relocating the mirror is not a practical option, simply covering it at night can effectively reduce its energetic impact and create a calmer atmosphere in your bedroom. This small yet effective change can promote deeper relaxation, allowing your mind to fully unwind and seamlessly transition into restful sleep. The key to cultivating a truly peaceful bedroom lies in consciously creating an environment that fosters stillness, clarity, and mindful rest. 11. Bookshelves positioned directly above the bed, while seemingly practical for space saving, can actually create a subtle sense of subconscious pressure. Having heavy objects looming directly over you while you sleep can contribute to underlying anxiety and disrupted rest. Even if the shelf is securely mounted, the psychological weight of stacked books can unconsciously prevent you from fully relaxing and surrendering to sleep. In Buddhist philosophy, the profound concept of letting go is absolutely central to achieving lasting inner peace. The Buddha once shared a poignant analogy of a person wearily carrying a heavy sack of stones, struggling with each step along their journey. When asked why he carried such a burden, he realized with sudden clarity that he did so purely out of habit, not out of any true necessity. Similarly, having bookshelves positioned directly above your bed symbolically represents the mental weight we unknowingly carry, unfinished tasks, accumulated knowledge, or obligations we have yet to release. Books are indeed powerful symbols of wisdom and knowledge, but their physical placement can significantly influence the subtle energy of a room. A cluttered bookshelf directly above your bed may unconsciously remind you of unfinished learning or intellectual pressures, making it more difficult to fully unwind and quiet your mind. Relocating bookshelves to another area of the room or creating a dedicated reading nook can effectively free your sleeping space from this subtle mental burden, fostering a more peaceful and restorative environment for sleep. 12. Positioning the bed directly under exposed ceiling beams can create a surprisingly oppressive atmosphere in your bedroom. In traditional energy practices, ceiling beams are believed to exert a downward pressure, potentially leading to stress, headaches, and disturbed sleep. Buddhist philosophy teaches us that our external environment is a powerful mirror reflecting our inner state. Just as a heavy burden on the mind can manifest as physical and emotional distress, heavy beams directly above our bed represent an external manifestation of this subtle pressure. The Buddha often spoke of the profound importance of lightness and freedom from attachments, burdens, and unnecessary stress. Sleeping beneath these beams may unconsciously remind us of unresolved tensions or the weight of responsibilities we carry in our waking lives. In the same mindful way that we let go of negative thoughts in meditation, we can release the oppressive influence of beams by thoughtfully adjusting our environment. The Buddha profoundly taught that when we are truly free from attachments and burdens, we experience genuine peace. If physically moving the bed is not a practical option, consider using a canopy or gracefully draping fabric over the beams to soften their energetic impact. This simple change can profoundly transform the energy in your bedroom, promoting a palpable sense of security and relaxation. By consciously creating a space that allows for lightness, both physically and mentally, you actively invite rest, inner peace, and mental clarity into your life. 13. Sleeping with doors or windows left open might seem like a harmless habit, especially for fresh air, but it can actually introduce unpredictable and chaotic external energy into your personal space, significantly disrupting the stability of your bedroom environment. While fresh air is undeniably beneficial and important for our overall health, it's essential to recognize that at night our bodies and minds truly require rest, deep peace, and protection from external disturbances. In Buddhist philosophy, there is a profound understanding of the critical importance of creating a harmonious space, as it directly influences our internal state of being. The Buddha often emphasized the deep significance of cultivating an environment that consistently supports tranquility, both physically and mentally. For instance, he spoke extensively of the 4 establishments of mindfulness, which notably includes mindfulness of the body, feelings, the mind, and mental objects. This comprehensive practice of mindfulness extends far beyond what we experience solely within ourselves. It also involves deeply understanding the subtle yet powerful influence of our surroundings on our inner peace. Imagine a story from Buddhist teachings about a wandering monk who thoughtfully arrived in a small, peaceful village. The village exuded serenity, and the monk immediately felt a profound sense of calm and tranquility. However, as night gently fell, the village's doors and windows remained wide open, inviting all the sounds and disturbances of the night to permeate their homes. The monk thoughtfully sat down in the center of the village to meditate, and he keenly felt the unsettling effects of the external energy, which began to disrupt his focus and inner peace. He realized with clarity that in order to meditate deeply and access his true mindfulness, he would need to create a protective boundary between the inner world of his meditation and the unpredictable external world. Just as the mindful monk needed to create an environment of stability and protection for his dedicated practice, so too do we need to ensure that our bedroom environment is secure and shielded from unnecessary disturbances. When we are asleep, we are in a vulnerable state, and having open windows or doors can inadvertently expose us to erratic energy from the outside world. In the same way that the monk had to consciously close himself off from external distractions to reach profound inner peace, we can actively create an environment that promotes restful sleep by mindfully closing our doors and windows at night. Buddhism deeply teaches the importance of stability, and when our external environment is unstable or chaotic, it directly influences our mental state. The practice of maintaining a stable, peaceful environment can be beautifully likened to cultivating mindfulness in meditation. Just as we consciously focus our awareness on a single point to calm the mind, closing doors and windows ensures a still, undisturbed space where the flow of energy is balanced and controlled. In traditional practices such as feng shui, the deeply held belief is that open windows and doors at night can invite shifting and often unpredictable energies into the space. These energies, frequently viewed as disruptive, can interfere with the harmonious flow of positive energy known as qi, preventing it from circulating freely within the room. When the flow of energy becomes unbalanced, it can lead to poor sleep quality, restlessness, and an inability to relax fully. Keeping doors and windows mindfully closed at night helps to protect your bedroom from these external influences, fostering a calm, secure space where you can rest peacefully and regenerate your vital energy. The Buddha often spoke about how our external conditions, when left unchecked, can significantly affect our internal world. He profoundly taught that a peaceful mind truly begins with a peaceful environment. By taking the simple yet powerful step of closing your doors and windows at night, you are consciously signaling to your body and mind that it is time to rest without the unwelcome interference of external forces. This mindful act ensures that the energy in your personal space remains balanced and that your body can fully relax, allowing for deep, restorative sleep. Ultimately, the practice of keeping doors and windows closed while sleeping is a small yet profoundly significant action. It creates a tangible sense of security, protects your precious energy, and fosters the essential sense of peace and relaxation needed for proper rest. In Buddhist teachings, there is a central focus on the importance of safeguarding your inner peace and diligently protecting your energy from external harm. By consciously closing your bedroom's entryways to the outside world, you are nurturing both your body and mind, ensuring that you awaken restored, refreshed, and ready to face the world with clarity and balance. 14. Religious or spiritual artifacts placed directly at the foot of the bed may initially seem like a comforting way to keep sacred symbols close, offering spiritual protection or guidance during sleep. However, this specific arrangement can sometimes create an unintended energy imbalance, subtly disrupting your rest. While these artifacts are undoubtedly deeply meaningful and carry significant symbolic value, the direct facing of sacred symbols while you sleep can generate subconscious tension, making it difficult to fully relax and enter a truly restful state. In Buddhist teachings, there is a deep understanding that our environment plays a crucial role in shaping our mental and emotional state. The Buddha often spoke of how attachment to objects, whether physical or even spiritual, can create imbalance in our lives. While sacred objects beautifully represent enlightenment, compassion, and wisdom when they are positioned too close or too directly involved in our personal sleep space, they can inadvertently remind us of unresolved emotions or create unspoken expectations for ourselves, even during sleep. This kind of subtle mental tension, no matter how slight, can interfere with our ability to rest deeply and peacefully. Let's contemplate a story from Buddhist teachings. A dedicated monk who had devoted his life to meditation and spiritual practice once visited a remote temple nestled high in the mountains. The temple housed many sacred relics and statues which were carefully placed in every corner of the building. The monk, seeking deeper insight and clarity, spent many days meditating in the temple, but found that each night he struggled to sleep soundly. He was genuinely perplexed by his inability to rest despite the profound sacredness of the place. After discussing his concerns with the wise head monk, he learned that many of the relics in the temple were placed in a way that caused the overall energy to be imbalanced. The head monk thoughtfully explained that while sacred objects should certainly be honored and revered, they should not dominate the space where one seeks rest and rejuvenation. They needed their own designated area where they could be appreciated and respected without overwhelming the personal space meant for tranquility and sleep. In this insightful story, we learn a valuable lesson about the mindful placement of sacred objects. The monk's inability to sleep wasn't due to the relics themselves, but rather their close proximity and the subtle subconscious pressure they exerted. In a similar way, placing religious or spiritual artifacts directly at the foot of your bed can create a mental and energetic tension, even if you don't consciously acknowledge it on a surface level. The powerful symbolism of these objects, while inherently positive, can inadvertently remind you of spiritual goals, duties, or expectations, leading to an underlying sense of responsibility or striving that keeps your mind active even when it should be quiet and still. The Buddha wisely taught that true peace ultimately comes from detachment, not only from material possessions, but also from attachment to symbols and expectations. He once profoundly said, "The mind is everything. What you think you become." If we place sacred objects too closely and prominently in our sleep space, we may inadvertently allow them to dominate our thoughts and intentions, even when we are attempting to sleep. This might not allow for the essential mental detachment needed for a truly restful and peaceful mind. Instead of placing these objects directly at the foot of your bed, consider thoughtfully dedicating a special space, such as a side table or a small altar, where these artifacts can be appreciated and honored without overwhelming your sleep space. By creating a designated area for these cherished symbols of spirituality, you can honor them in a way that is deeply mindful while also preserving the sanctity of your personal rest. This mindful practice allows the sacred symbols to remain close to you, but not in a way that disrupts the delicate balance of your bedroom environment. In this harmonious manner, we can thoughtfully align our space with the profound teachings of Buddhism, which consistently emphasize the importance of balance, harmony, and mindfulness in all aspects of our lives. Just as a monk creates a sacred space specifically for meditation, you can consciously create a serene and peaceful environment for sleep, free from the subtle energetic imbalances that can arise from too much attachment to even sacred symbols. The Buddha's timeless wisdom teaches us that the key to a truly harmonious life is not found in overindulgence or excessive attachment, but in recognizing when something, even a sacred object, has the potential to subtly disturb the inner peace we deeply seek. Thus, by setting aside a specific area for your religious or spiritual artifacts, you are actively creating space for both reverence and profound relaxation. You can continue to honor and appreciate these objects while ensuring that your sleep space remains calm and conducive to deep rest, free from the subconscious pressures that these symbols may unintentionally bring. The peace you seek during sleep is just as vitally important as the peace you cultivate during your waking hours, and mindfully balancing these essential elements will undoubtedly help bring a greater sense of overall well-being and harmony into your life. 15. Dead or artificial plants may initially seem like convenient and low-maintenance decorative choices, but they often contribute to stagnation rather than enhancing the vital energy in a space. While dead plants symbolically represent decay and a loss of vitality, artificial plants, though visually appealing at first glance, inherently lack the life-giving properties that real greenery naturally brings to the environment. In Buddhist teachings, there is a deep and abiding reverence for the natural world and its inherent energy. And this profound perspective encourages us to mindfully surround ourselves with objects that actively promote life and vitality rather than those that reinforce decay or lifelessness. Consider a story from Buddhist philosophy. A wise Zen master once thoughtfully instructed his students to meditate in a beautiful garden brimming with a vibrant variety of plants, flowers, and trees. Each student was asked to observe the plants closely and reflect deeply on their condition. One student, feeling the urge to impress the master, impulsively picked a beautiful flower and proudly placed it inside his room. However, the flower soon wilted and its vibrant energy noticeably faded. The master gently noticed this and asked the student to reflect mindfully on the flower's current state. "You have inadvertently taken the life out of the garden and placed it into a small, stagnant space," the insightful Zen master explained with compassion. True vitality authentically exists in deep connection with the life force of the world that surrounds you. Life, much like this delicate plant, should be allowed to grow and flourish naturally within its intended environment. The student learned a profound lesson that day. It was the living environment, the surrounding plants, the fresh air, the nurturing sunlight, that truly nourished the flower, not its isolated position inside the confines of the room. In the same meaningful way, dead plants in a room can subtly drain the vital energy of the space. They certainly remind us of impermanence, but not in a way that encourages acceptance and growth. Instead, they often symbolize a lost vitality, a missed opportunity to nurture life and growth. Just as the student inadvertently removed the flower from its natural habitat, a dead plant or artificial greenery removes the potential energy and life force that could have otherwise been vibrantly present. Artificial plants, though visually appealing and long-lasting, often merely mimic the outward look of nature without possessing the true essence of life. These objects may superficially look real in the traditional sense, but they fundamentally cannot interact with their environment in a life-affirming way, clean the air, or contribute to the overall energetic balance of the space in the same way that real, living plants can. The Buddha spoke frequently and eloquently of the interconnectedness of all things in the universe, noting how the subtle energy we receive from our surrounding environment can deeply and profoundly influence our overall well-being. Real plants, with their inherent ability to purify the air we breathe and add life-giving oxygen, actively create a space that fosters natural growth and deep rejuvenation. In fact, plants such as peace lilies or snake plants are widely known to effectively absorb toxins from the air, noticeably improve indoor air quality, and create a tangible sense of balance and harmony within a room. There is an ancient Buddhist saying filled with wisdom: just as a flower does not pick and choose the bees that come to it, the bright moon does not choose which lotus to illuminate. This timeless saying beautifully teaches us that true beauty and genuine vitality do not seek to control or dominate, but rather to exist harmoniously within the natural flow of life. Similarly, real plants do not impose their energy upon a space. Instead, they gently and naturally contribute to the overall flow, bringing life, balance, and a sense of vibrant peace. When we consciously choose real, thriving plants for our spaces, we are actively choosing to align our personal environment with the natural rhythm of the world around us, which is fundamentally essential for both our spiritual and physical well-being. Incorporating resilient and air-purifying plants like peace lilies or snake plants into your bedroom or living space is a profoundly powerful way to invite natural healing and vibrant energy into your daily life. These remarkable plants not only demonstrably improve air quality but also create a welcoming atmosphere that genuinely feels alive, balanced, and inviting. Just as Buddhist teachings consistently emphasize mindfulness in nurturing our inner and outer environments, mindfully caring for real plants becomes a beautiful act of mindfulness itself, consciously tending to their needs, witnessing their natural growth, and cultivating a space of peace, vitality, and interconnectedness. In Buddhism, the fundamental concept of impermanence teaches us to mindfully let go of attachments to things that no longer truly serve us, yet we are simultaneously encouraged to wholeheartedly embrace life and growth in their natural and authentic forms. A thriving, living plant is a constant and gentle reminder of this continuous cycle of life, growth, and beautiful renewal. By consciously choosing fresh, living plants over lifeless artificial ones, we actively invite a vibrant flow of positive energy into our homes that directly supports our mental clarity, physical health, and overall spiritual well-being. This seemingly simple yet profound choice can make a lasting and positive impact on the energetic atmosphere of your space, creating an environment that genuinely fosters inner peace, vitality, and a deeper, more meaningful connection with the natural world around us. In the same mindful way that we carefully and consciously curate our thoughts and actions to align with the principles of mindfulness, it is equally essential to mindfully cultivate a sleep environment that truly supports tranquility and deep rest. Whether it's being consciously mindful of the presence and placement of pets, the condition of our pillows, or the overall organization of our bedroom, these seemingly small but profoundly significant actions foster a greater sense of inner balance and harmony in our lives. The Buddha's timeless wisdom consistently reminds us that our immediate surroundings are, in essence, a direct reflection of our internal state of being. By mindfully nurturing a harmonious and peaceful space, we not only actively promote better sleep and rejuvenation, but also significantly strengthen our deep connection to inner peace and overall well-being. By consciously and consistently choosing to surround ourselves with elements that genuinely support calm and balance, we can effectively foster a truly restorative environment where both our body and mind can authentically rest, regenerate, and awaken refreshed, ready to embrace each new day with clarity and purpose.